love Kung Fu. I think that's where my heart lies. I love, out of all the arts and martial arts, I love Kung Fu the most. I think the weapon systems is the most beautiful stuff that you'll ever see in your entire life. And it's just something deep down inside of me that I really, 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 really like. I really like it, okay? But I don't let the bullshit interfere with what I really think is Kung Fu. And today that's what we're gonna call out all the bullshit in Kung Fu. Um, in no way am I talking bad about a country. China has nothing to do with it. No way am I insulting or talking about the Shaolin Temple, and in no way am I talking about the Chinese people. What we're going to talk about are basically American Kung Fu fanatics. Um, there is a famous YouTuber by the name of Filthy Frank who came up with a term called weeaboos. Weeaboos are basically this.
And be super careful and don't touch the transparent slimy thing called egg white.
What? What the fuck?
Ooh.
Oh, God.
To show you one.
And in my term, I think the real term for guaylos are these fake ass wannabe fucking kung fu masters who think that they eat ramen noodles and rice and they really think they're a kung fu master because of that. And it pains me to see that these guys have never been in a confrontation. You can tell when people have actually stepped in the ring, when people are fighters, they can tell one another who's real and who's not. Let's just get on. I'm going to show you a couple videos that which really hurts the kung fu community a lot. Whether if it's stupid ass little fighting clips that they do, fake ass tricks to gain more students or whatever the hell they're doing it for. I don't know why they're doing it for. And then I'm going to talk about the real shit. If you stay towards the end of this video, I'm going to show you how to actually use your kung fu. Alright? And I promise you that if you are a serious kung fu practitioner, if you are a person who loves fighting like me, I'm addicted to fighting. I love fighting. I'm not talking about killing, I'm talking about fighting. Okay? I promise you, you will agree with me and you will act on whatever I say at the end. You'll see that I'm telling the truth. That you will agree with me. That's what I'm gonna show. Okay, so stick to the end. Right now, let's get to the number one topic of all, and let's say this: Kung Fu has been discredited for a couple of reasons. Number one, there's been a lot of scams and a lot of con artists, and I mean it's in every martial arts, but Kung Fu is pretty much the biggest one because it's been around for so long. It blew up when Bruce Lee was around, but a lot of people don't understand that when Bruce Lee was talking about Kung Fu, that was just that moment when he started acting, when he did the Green Hornet and stuff. Towards his end of his career, he threw all that shit away. He even told you it's a waste of time. And I'll show you what he's talking about. What does he mean by waste of time in useless techniques and shit like that? I don't agree with him in forms. And that shouldn't even be a bullshit episode. That's actual facts. That I will prove to you that forums are awesome. Okay, but we're gonna go back to these weeaboos. The UFC has been around for what, 20 years now, maybe even more. If Kung Fu was so great, and the reason why I'm picking on these guys is because these guys actually think that they're the best. These people who have, like I said, never been in a fight, want to teach another person self-defense. I find that kind of stupid. It's like telling somebody to get off drugs when you've never been on drugs. It's really hard. How are you going to teach someone to do something if you've never been in that confrontation? Some Kung Fu guys have been in the military, and I give them a lot of credit. Anybody that's been in the military, I give you mad props, and I have a lot of respect for you. There are a couple bitches in the Kung Fu world that are military guys, and I seriously think something went wrong in their heads. And we'll get to that in just a second. The UFC has been around for 20 years or more. How come there isn't a Kung Fu champion? Well, this is their reaction. This is what most kung fu guys will tell you. Well, I'm gonna punch in the throat. I'm gonna pluck your eyes. I'm gonna hit the back of your head with an elbow because you have no control. Because you actually want to kill somebody. If that's your thought in the martial arts and you're a kung fu practitioner, something's wrong with you. Go see a psychiatrist. Don't take martial arts because you're looking to kill someone. Fighting is different. Fighting is when you actually want to test what you know. It doesn't matter if you win or lose. You can lose, all right? But you'll know where you are. A lot of people think because they do their forms a lot, they're badasses and that they can defend themselves, okay? I heard if you do your forms 10 times a day, nobody will touch you. Bullshit. Those work different muscle groups. Different stuff is going on when you do forms. When you do fighting, it's a whole different world. And if you've never done it, then you can't really talk, can you? Now, there are full contact kung fu. It's called samba. And it doesn't have any of the fancy bullshit. It doesn't have any animal styles. It is straight up style kickboxing with throws. Similar to samba, except samba is the Russian style and they do some really cool like flips, man, when they get caught. It's crazy. Look up samba. But anyways, we're talking about kung fu. Now, we're talking about these guys who actually, I mean, cut, get out. That one's out. So, the UFC, which is a sport that says to anybody who has the best martial arts to come in. There is no best martial arts. It's whoever trains the most, whoever loves it the most. And if you're not a fighter and you just love it, then that's your favorite art. Fine. But in the fighting world, there's a big difference. All right? If you have never... Oh my god, dude. Now we got the UFC. There hasn't been a Kung Fu champion ever. Why? Why is it? This is some of their excuses. This is what hardcore Kung Fu guys will tell you. The referee, what do you call it? The fucking rules of UFC doesn't really go with their style of fighting. Okay? Because they say, if you grab me in a headlock, I'm going to bite you. Because the other person doesn't know how to bite. Well, I'm going to poke their eyes out. Because the other person doesn't know how to poke their eyes out. I had a fight with a Kung Fu master where when I got him in a head choke, he fucking stuck his nails in my skin. You know what I did? I stuck my nails in his fucking face. That's you play the same game, all right? Just be careful because there are sick people out there that are going to try to kill you if they're losing, and they don't know how to lose like in a sportsman manner. Remember, so we go on and yet we have yet to see a Kung Fu champion. Now, there are people who really do go out there and fight, and how I'm going to show you at the end of this video, they fight like that, and those are real Kung Fu masters. There are real Kung Fu schools out there. There are real Kung Fu masters that really do not teach the bullshit, and they teach you straight up how to fight, how to really take care of yourself. That's 10%. It's very hard to find. Most of these guys don't even have schools. The really, really big schools, the reason why, and honestly, Kung Fu has been on a downslope because everybody already knows it's bullshit. The only schools that actually survive are the ones that have big major competitions in certain, like Florida, and rural little towns because there's nothing to do there, okay? And I think those are the worst ones because most masters will use that as a cult, all right? And we'll get into that in just a second. And it's just, I can't blame really the mass. I mean, I can't blame the students. I can't blame the students because they're naive. They believe in this movie shit. They believe they're looking for guidance. They're looking for a mentor. And that's when these con artists will take advantage of them and take all their money. Let's call those Hollywood chants. Those are Hollywood chants. Whenever you see a Kung Fu master with gold Rolexes and gold glasses and BMWs and stuff, man, they're great humble guys, huh? Yes, it's an American dream to be an entrepreneur, to have capitalism, all that stuff, right? Especially from, I can't say that, but anyways, it's good. You know, it's a great living. But yet none of their people fight. Nobody fights. Why? Because the shit is useless. That's why. There are certain techniques that actually do work, and you have to really, really practice this stuff to get it down. But all the videos that I'm going to use right now are in fair use. There will be no sound because I know how to get a way around the copyright system. You can't really copyright if you change 20% of a video, so good luck with that. And for all you little Guailu weeaboos, I'll get to you guys in the end. If you guys want to challenge me to a fight and all that shit and all this other crap, alright? I'll show you. I'll know. We can set something up. I'll show you where to go. Alright. Shall we go? Shall we get you into the video? You want to see some more shit? Are you still here? Are you pissed off yet? Is it in your blood? Is it, oh my god, he's gonna get killed? Oh, no, I'm not. I'm not worried about it because you guys are so fake that I'm not worried. Your shit does not work on me, dude. Anyways, I'm laughing at you. I'm fucking laughing at you. All right, let's get into more. Let's go take some look at some videos. Come on, let's go. The internet is a great source of finding information. And I think we all can agree that the fact that all you have to do is type in fake kung fu and a lot of stuff is going to come up. Just type in fake martial arts and a lot of it will be people that fake their black belts, fake systems, and fake kung fu. That's pretty much it. Starting from the 80s, James Hydrick. James Hydrick was a person who got exposed by James Randi, who was a magician. My dad was a magician, by the way, and I can show you some tricks. In fact, do I have a quarter? I'll show you in just a little bit. So James Hydrick in the 80s got exposed for trying to do tricks and everything by James Randi, whatever, like I just said. But that's not the part that I'm talking about. The part that I'm talking about is that this documentary shows that he tried to have a cult and how he was trying to. Sorry, the quality's bad. It's an old video, so it's not going to be in good 1080p. We already know who he's trying to copy. And there's a lot of these guys out there, alright? And the Bruce Lee discussion we'll have for another day. So crazy that now to this day he is in a mental institution. There are 90% of Kung Fu schools try to run it like him, and that's the truth, alright? Where the masters want to be praised, they want to be all kinds of shit so that they can take advantage of you. All right, they don't know how to have a following. They don't know how to really be a leader, because a leader doesn't manipulate people. A leader doesn't scam people. A leader really puts you in the right direction. It's up to you to open the door. Remember all that shit, okay? But this is everywhere, guys, in every martial arts. But the Kung Fu guys are the worst, dude. They're the worst, in my opinion. All right, so the woman is up next. For many of you guys, you're gonna laugh because fails are funny, but you gotta understand afterwards the real problem here, and I'm gonna get to it. She's ready. She's about to build up her chi. She gets ran over. All right, what happened here? She didn't believe hard enough. She didn't, was it her fault? I don't really think so. I think it was bullshit from the beginning, and everybody else was manipulated and brainwashed and believed in it. And yet, a poor innocent person got hurt. Same thing's going to happen when you are about to get in a fight. That's the point I was trying to make. That the bullshit that you're learning is not going to save you in a real confrontation, guys. It's not. And that exactly is what's going to happen to you. But I'm going to prevent that if you watch to the end of my video. Brick breaking. A lot of schools do brick breaking. Even though this show is awesome, it doesn't really talk about the other tricks that people do with bricks breaking, metal breaking, all kinds of shit. Number one, if people are brick breaking, it's usually been heated bricks. They put it in the oven for like 4 hours and it's really soft. The same thing with metal. They reheat it so that it's brittle. So whenever you see someone break metal over their head, you go pick the metal and give it to them, and then let's see if they break the metal. If you see anybody bending stuff, whether it's metal or wood, it'll always break where the person's holding the hand, or they put some kind of powder that actually the chemical reaction makes the metal bend. Okay? For any extraordinary evidence, for anything extraordinary, there has to be extraordinary evidence. Okay? Now, brick breaking. There's two things I have to put in hand. I thought this video would actually show you the bed of nails trick with the brick breaking, but we're going to get to the bed of nails right after this. Same thing applies. They're going to put the two together. The secret to brick breaking is the person actually swinging the sledgehammer. Alright? It is not the person that has special powers or they're completely iron body and all that. It's bullshit. What it is that the person who's I keep on saying throwing, swinging the sledgehammer knows exactly when to pull back. Okay? At the end of this video, they actually talk about it and they prove it. And please don't fall for this. Please do not fall for this. Okay? You do not see Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guys going around doing fake shit to get students. You don't see Muay Thai guys going around to get fake shit. You don't see all this stuff, right? So, pretty impressive. Too bad that it's just a trick. It's just a trick. That looks really cool in slow motion. Now, granted, they're not actually doing it because they're not stupid. They don't want to hurt themselves. But this is 100% true what they're saying, that the person with the hammer is the one that is in control of the brick breaking. And it's sad the fact that some schools still do this to this day. Okay? Great. It's a great demo. It's a great demo. For people who don't know what's going on, those aren't guilos. Like I said, the real guilos are the fake Kung Fu guys who have ruined Kung Fu for all of us. The Chinese knew this. They were like, God damn it, these Americans are going to fuck up our system, dude. But we're going to make a lot of money off them. Yes, we are. So that's what happens, okay? American Kung Fu guys, that is. Not America. Not America. America doesn't really know about this stuff. They believe it. That's the sad part. They really think that these guys can actually break these bricks and stuff. Actually, I've seen people actually break real bricks. Whether they heated it up or not, I do know a lot of my masters said, anything over 6 bricks, question it. It's really hard to break over 6 bricks, unless you have a lot of weight on you and you're really big. Physics does matter, guys. Physics does matter, and it does in a fight as well. That's why there's weight divisions. Okay, so brick breaking. We debunked that. The bed of nails. The bed of nails. Oh my god. I love it when they put the two together. They put the brick breaking on top of the bed of nails. There's 2 fucking bullshits on one. Alright? There's a show who's actually going to prove that anybody can do this. You can do it with a balloon. You can do it with a balloon. It's a trick. So why do these schools do this? Why? You're making Kung Fu look bad. Alright? Hey, but you're offending my teacher. You're offending my art. You're offending my art as well for the way you look, you fucking fat chubby bastard, and the way you move. You're fucking making us look like shit. Get the fuck out of my damn system. Go study something else, man. God damn it. So the person who makes the bed of nails has to put enough nails, space them apart, and make them all kind of even to where the body can actually be resistant of the all weight. Once you lay down, the body is distributed. And actually you can do the same thing in falling. That's why don't ever be scared of falling. If you can straighten out in time and know how to fall kind of too, you got to know how to fall. You won't hurt yourself. So if you're trying to do a backflip and stuff, always try to straighten out at the end if you are like, if you know you're gonna fall. If you're quick enough to do that. I think he does break something on him. I think he does break something on him. I like his shirt. You survive the nails and he has spots all over. Actually, it's a real funny thing. I want to do this. If I ever get a demo chance again to do this, I want to do exactly what this guy does in the end. This guy's great. So obviously he is not impaled by the needles or pierced. I think it's pierced, but impaled is something that goes right through. These are piercings. Got a little muscle on her leg. Of course, because the nails are sharp, it scratches a little bit, right? Good job, good job, good job. These YouTube people have reacting channels. I think I'm gonna start reacting to fake martial arts, and that's my new thing now. And bullshit and martial arts and fights and all that stuff, and give my opinion on everything. It's fun to do that. See, a lot of people think that I have to think their way. I have to agree with what you say. No, I don't have to. This is America. I can say whatever the fuck I want. I can say whatever the hell I want. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. Leave your comments in the section below. You know what I mean? And if you want to challenge me, we'll get to that at the end. Hold on. Oh, he's gonna double it. Oh, he's gonna double it. Oh my God. This guy must be a Kung Fu master. This guy studied. I bet you he's a Kung Fu master. I bet he's a Kung Fu master. Cinder block. That's even harder, man. That's even harder. In my opinion. Now watch what happens at the end though. Watch. This is cool. This is funny. I like this. Oh, his hand. He felt it right there on his hand. He didn't want to fucking get up right there. Alright, watch this. This is great. I want to do this. This is great. Okay, let's go. Let's move on. Action. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, continuing. This is actually the Shaolin Temple actually filmed this and posted on. I took away the name because I don't want people trolling anyone, or I don't want anyone getting bothered. Let's just be on the lookout for fake little Hadouken motherfuckers like this, alright? Obviously he has students. He has a following. So I don't know how these people believe this shit, but this applies with the fucking same students who believe that their Kung Fu masters are the shit that they're teaching them is real. Alright? Uh-oh. He's doing his Qigong. Qigong is the art of breathing. There's nothing wrong with that. I have no problem with Qigong, except for these people who think that they can actually use it for this kind of purpose and try to manipulate people. There's millions of these videos online. Millions of these videos online. And this is the stuff that's hurting us. This is us. I would say us because there's very, very few people who actually study real Kung Fu that have the same mentality, that isn't in all that stuff, you know, and really, really are genuine people. They are good-hearted people that... He just threw in Hadouken. Oh my God. So what happens when Kung Fu people fight? Well, let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at some fights that Kung Fu people try to do their thing. Levels is a fighter that, let me put it back. Levels is a fighter, up and coming. He was doing underground fights in the Kimbo Slice area in Miami, and I think I know what went wrong here. There's a lot of factors that can happen. Number one, the environment. If you're not familiar with your surroundings or the group looks intimidating, that affects you. That affects your morale and that affects your fighting because you're scared, kind of, okay? I would be scared too. There's a lot of guys that I don't know, they could pull out a gun or try to kill me or whatever. But there's a lot of people who think that you fight in the animal style and you have to move like that. And they don't understand that it's temporary. Is my shit recording? Okay, cool. Alright, and what's going to happen is this. Because now that guy looks like he's been in a couple fights, but Levels has been in a lot more fights. He's more experienced. And you know, if you're gonna do your kung fu shit, that's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen, guys. That's the truth. Okay. Poor guy. It's not ever funny to make fun of anyone getting knocked out. It's not funny that anybody gets knocked out. The look that people give you when they're knocked out is really sad, and it's like, why did you hit me? You know, and I have a heart for that. I don't like, you know, I know I have to defend myself. I know in a fight situation that you have to hit the person. The person's coming at you. You have to. I'm sorry, you're not. I can't just let you kill me or hurt me. And they get really hurt. Now, I don't want to talk about why this fight happens. I think everybody in this video is a bitch. That's my honest opinion. Everybody in this video is a bitch for letting this happen, and the backup story. This is Kung Fu guys at their prime. These are Kung Fu fighters, alright? These guys are big time name guys. Big time guys. Alright? Just all we're gonna have to watch is like maybe 10 seconds, 15 seconds of the video. And you let me know if this is Kung Fu fighting or not. Did anybody use their style? That looks like boxing to me right there. That looks like boxing to me right there. Right? Right? I don't think it's funny what happened here. I don't think it, but that, I'm being like neutral. I'm talking about the fighting aspect of it. Does this look anything like this? It does not work in the ring or on the streets. It doesn't. Unless the guy is filthy drunk. I give it to you there. If the guy is really horribly drunk, you could pull anything off. That's the truth. And there's some people that are so, they have no athleticism in them that you can practically do anything you want with them. Okay, fine, but then you should be smart enough to just back off and say, I'm not going to hurt this person. This person doesn't know how to fight. And that's what separates a real master from another master. A master is when somebody looks to you guys as a master. When the community looks to you, says, that's a master. That's a sifu. Okay, it's not a piece of paper. It's not paying for it yearly, annually. You know, it's cool to be part of a group, but there's a good chance that group is like a cult. Okay. Hollywood chance, man. Hollywood chance. So let's go to now. A lot of people are saying, well, I don't do Kung Fu to hurt people or to get into fights. I do it because of health and fitness. Well, do it for that. Do you, man. We're talking about fighting here. We're not talking about forms. We're not talking about, I'm not putting down any forms. There are professional people who do it on a competitive level where, you know, it might be in the Olympics one day. It might be in the Olympics one day, right? So with the recent rise of a movie, of course, there are going to be people that are going to actually try to pull it off. I give this guy heart, okay? But he should have known that that's not how you're going to fight. And he didn't have a really good teacher. I'm going to show you how to actually use everything that you know in a better way, okay? That's not even a Wing Chun Kung Fu stance. I mean, a fighting stance. That's just the conditioning stance. I'm talking about his feet. Okay, let's get on with the fight, guys. We don't have all day. Okay, so it only... Oh my god. I don't even want to see what happens here, man. I don't even want to see it, dude. It just pisses me off. See, in the world of fighting, the minute that you get your ass beat in front of a lot of people, and of course the Kung Fu world has talked a lot of shit because MMA has grown so big and it's getting all the students and making all the money. Of course, Kung Fu's gonna bash everybody who's always doing good. You're always gonna bash on somebody. I'm not bashing any school in particular or any person. I am bashing that there's certain shit in Kung Fu that is bullshit. If the Wing Chun guy knew a little bit more training, he would have known what to do from that position right there, but it's over. That's what's going to happen to you. That's what's going to happen to you, guys. You think I'm joking? There's nothing wrong with losing, okay, guys? There's nothing wrong with losing because you learn from losing. The thing is, if you think you're a badass and you think that your shit's gonna work, I'm telling you it's not. But you're being a badass and you know, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but I'm not going out there trying to fake shit to manipulate people and fucking say that this is the best style in the world and that this is the only thing that people should be training in and that this is the only shit you should be doing. You know what I mean? Because it's not. Because it's bullshit. Now, I think, you know, we can see some more Kung Fu guys fighting other people, right? But the thing is, best Wing Chun KO in MMA, Iron Wolves fighter. That's cool. Somebody pulled it off. See? Somebody pulled it off. But I bet you he fought in a guard stance, which is my next part of the video. Are you ready? You want me to show you how I'm going to save your life now with all the Kung Fu bullshit, you know? Alright. Let me show you some shit real quick. Oh my god. Alright, so you don't get killed or you don't end up really hurt. I'm going to show you how to really help with your Kung Fu, okay? Do not, like I said, if somebody a confrontation is very scary. If you've never been in it, and like a lot of fights or anything else, your heart rate starts pumping up, adrenaline kicks in, you are scared, you don't know what's going to happen, you know, you start thinking about everything that's going on in your life. I mean, that shit happens. As you get more familiar with certain stuff, you get used to it, you get numb to the feeling, and it becomes a rush. I'm addicted to fighting. I'm not addicted to killing. I don't want to kill anyone. I want to fight. I want to see where I'm at, okay? So if a person comes at me, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to go into my mantis stance. I'm not going to do that for two reasons. Number one, I'm wasting energy. Spontaneous reactions, you're burning a lot of calories. Anybody that does real competition fighting knows that don't waste any useless energy. You want to be direct, simple, and fast, okay? Don't let the other person think. There's a lot of factors we can talk about, but I'm going to show you how to really use your Kung Fu, okay? And I don't know why Kung Fu masters, they know this. They know this, all right? Okay, so we can agree that from a guard stance, it's the best stance to be in. Okay, if you are doing kung fu, cat stances, horse stances, all that other shit, it's temporary. You gotta move, right? Okay. Do not fight in that fucking position. You're gonna get killed. We got the jab, right? We got the hook. We got the uppercut. We got the cross. We're gonna leave kicks out because we're gonna focus up here, and plus I don't want to stretch and all that shit. So, from this point, use everything that you learn in kung fu, whether it's trapping, whether if it's a manus grab, an eagle claw grab, whatever the fuck you're doing, you do it from this section. And always, always fight from here. Do not go into your stance. Do not do any of that shit. Why? The distance from your hand to that person's face or wherever you're trying to hit is farther. It's going to take you more energy to get there. By placing your hands up here, not only do you protect your face, you're ready for any action. If the guy has a knife, he's going to cut your arms and shit. If it's a gun, hopefully, God forbid that you don't go through that shit because it is fucking scary. You can grab it or something, okay? Always have your hands up like you're fucking, I don't want no trouble, but you're actually ready, right? I always say that shit. From here, do everything that you want to do. Do not do your stupid shit. You will get killed. Now, if you think I'm bullshitting you, God forbid that you do get in the competition, or go try full contact fighting and try the shit that you know and try the shit I just showed you right now. I bet you I just saved your life. You ain't gonna be playing all that bullshit. God damn it, he's right. Oh, motherfucker. One of the first things that you learn in Kung Fu is the horse stance with the reverse punching, right? Why do they teach you the reverse punching? It's gonna take you years to get that out of your master. Let me tell you why. It teaches the person to turn the wrist when they punch. Why? Because when you punch somebody, you're breaking the skin. That's why. So that means everything that the teacher's telling you, he wants you to fight in a guard stance. Alright? Certain Kung Fu specializes in this. Usually, it's your Southern styles. Usually, it's your Sanda styles. God damn, dude. I had hair once. So what do I look for when I look at a Kung Fu master? Okay. Number one, when he does his forms, I want to see if he is out of breath at the end of the forms. If he's out of breath, number one, I see that you're out of shape, you don't know how to breathe properly, and I can totally just run over you, dude. Number two, people who do forms, don't get it twisted. Forms are beautiful. There's a lot of secret to forms. Of course, the Kung Fu masters will never tell you this shit until you've already fucking paid $200,000 worth of money to them. But we're going to leave that for another topic. I don't agree with Bruce Lee on that. I think forms are very important for your training, especially if you want to get ripped and shit, alright? And conditioning, tendon strength, and all that stuff. We can talk that on another video. But there's form competitions. That's why there's competitions for just forms. And then there's full contact fighting, right? But these guaylos, these weeaboos, they think that they can fight like this and they're going to get hurt. Again, it's not their fault, these students. They're looking for guidance, and these guys take advantage of these people. And eventually, they're going to get hurt, lawsuits happen, and, well, case closed. If you don't agree with anything that I've said in this video, or you're just butthurt because I offended your art, or maybe something that, whatever, I'm sorry. I am truly deeply sorry. I didn't trying to piss you off. I'm just telling you that there's bullshit in the martial arts. And there was a famous guy back in the day that did it, and anybody that's smart enough knows that I'm doing this for attention. But I do mean it 100%, everything that I'm saying. And I want to have a big name in the martial arts. I'll cut that out. But I truly hope that you're not butthurt. I truly hope that I did not offend you in any way. And if I did, obviously your Kung Fu training is not up to par. Your mind is still weak. You get aggravated very easily. You have no patience whatsoever. And you seriously should be thinking about doing something else that relaxes you. Okay? When it comes to fighting, most of the shit in Kung Fu is bullshit. That's not forms. I'm not talking about forms. I'm saying all this other bullshit that they try to teach you. Alright? Trying to put everything, all these little special techniques and all that shit. You fight a person that knows how to fight, you're going to get hurt. Most thugs in the street, they don't know how to fight properly, but they do have experience by beating up other people and stuff like that. And when I say thug, it doesn't matter if it's a white, black, Indian, purple, it doesn't matter. They come in all colors. Okay? When you cut somebody, they bleed. And I don't want you to bleed. So please, thank you for watching this video. Give it a thumbs up if you like it. Leave all the comments on YouTube here. I don't look at my Facebook. If you leave a message on my Facebook, I'm not gonna read it. I'm not gonna read it. I only look at Facebook when I'm taking a shit and I post and I'm like, oh my god. That's all I do. For anybody that's wanting to challenge me, guys, there's only one place that I feel comfortable doing it because I don't want to get killed. Alright? I still want to do shit and accomplish some stuff. And there's one place we can do it. Vegas. Mayweather's boxing gym. There's no bullshit there. Put on some gloves, we can spar right there. And they hit pretty fucking hard there, man. Trust me on that. They do not bullshit there at fucking Mayweather's boxing gym. So if you really want to get down, that's the place to do it where nobody can get really, really hurt. Okay? I'm not looking to kill anybody. Alright, guys. And if I haven't offended you yet, don't worry. I will soon.